The U.S. women's national soccer team is getting ready for the next round at the World Cup.
All right, they're set to play Sweden in the round of 16, but Team USA hasn't met expectations so far. Now, in the group stage, they had one win, but tied their other two.
Joining us now is Pardeep Cattry. She is a soccer writer for CBS Sports. So tell us, why has the U.S. struggled so far in the tournament? They're doing well, but still, they came in as the odds-on favorite.
Yeah, it's a combination of a couple of things. They're playing a bit more reserved than they usually do, and I think it's really led to a lot of struggles going forward. And so that's why you haven't seen a ton of goals or really a lot of dominance in the games generally.
Pardeep, this is the 6th consecutive World Cup that the U.S. and Sweden have faced off. Now, I know the U.S. has a lot of young faces, new members, but how do they match up this time around?
Well, I think you can, just based on the recent games of Sweden, you can probably expect them to dominate play a bit more on Sunday. They're a bit of a patient team, so they'll probably be quite intentional with their goal scoring chances. But the U.S. has had really one of the best defenses in the tournament so far, so it won't be easy for Sweden, even though they did, win all of their games in the group stage.
We've been talking so much about Megan Rapinoe and her going into this tournament with a lot of expectations. How big a disappointment would it be if they're not able to deliver and win a title here?
I mean, I think everybody understands the gravity of how disappointing it is just based on the way you've introduced the question, right? It's wild. They were the favorites to win the tournament, and now they've struggled so much. I think really the most disappointing it would probably be is for obviously these outgoing players, but really the coach, Vlatko Adanovsky, who maybe has a lot riding on this, maybe his entire job right now.
So Pardeep, what teams are really looking the strongest heading into the knockout bracket?
Well, we did mention Sweden, who won all of their games in the group stage. Japan also really had a strong group stage as well. And the two teams that struggled a little bit but are seeming to improve, I think, are England, who are now the odds-on favorite to win the World Cup, and France, who did falter a little bit but really responded nicely with a big win against Brazil.
We'll be watching closely. Pardeep Cattry, thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.